Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to start a large square canvas. It measures 16 inches square. So I will show you how to mark a large canvas. This is considered large. But first I want to show you the importance of guidelines. And these lines I draw on my canvas, and I don't necessarily dot right on the lines. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on what pattern I'm using, and I have not copied any patterns. Everything that I've got comes out of my own imagination. So to start, you can do little coasters. I've painted these, and you can see here center. Without having that center exact, this whole thing would be out of whack. And then this is another one, a spinning wheel, or pinwheel I guess it's called, and the silver on here just picks up the light. I really like this little piece. This one is on a canvas board, and I like doing canvas boards. It allows my customers who may not have a lot of money in their budget for artwork, this they can buy for $15. It's really inexpensive for a customer to buy, and I always like to make people happy. Sometimes I'll even take a loss or just sell it at the cost of what I paid for the item, especially if I'm doing dishes. So there's that one. This is another example of a canvas board, and it's got a little silver all around it and again in the center. And this is an example of the accuracy. It's same distance on the sides, and the center on this one was very well marked. And then using a compass, I was able to draw guidelines for these circles just to keep everything centered. And then from there I moved on. Well, you know, everyone needs a little scribbler. This is just a plain notebook, and I just dotted it one day when I was bored. Now when I'm dotting something that's not a canvas or paper or wood, this one is plastic, I use a multi-surface paint, not your regular acrylic paint. And it's thicker paint, and it adheres to other things other than canvas. And then once again, this little gift idea for a little girl. Just went to the dollar store and bought this little wooden box, painted it up, dotted it up, and I'm able to sell this to a little child who just has her allowance, and it makes people happy. So I like to do it just to make people happy, especially kids. Kids love art. This is the last piece I did. This shows you again the value of having a perfect center point. And this one, I just love the way it turned out. I did different things on this one that I hadn't done before, starting with a small circle and then working this before doing the center pieces, and that made sure that that center dot was exactly where it needed to be. So there you go. This is my most recent piece. I finished it last night. I erased all of my guidelines and started varnishing. I will varnish it just to protect it. It's obvious that this is going to get handled, and that's okay. I always invite customers to touch it if they want. I don't mind. It's varnished, it's protected, there's nothing they can do to hurt it. And there you see, it was quite a good quality canvas. Now, so we begin. Let me just move all of these toys and gadgets and make room. All right. So now, this canvas, in order to find the center dot, I'm going to be going corner to corner first. allowing for the thickness of the lead pencil that I'm using. Oh yeah, this is a charcoal white. You can buy it any art store, but you can even use plain black lead for this. It really doesn't have to be anything specific. And I've got a Lazy Susan style of platform here that I'm using. Just makes life easier. I got it as a gift for Christmas, so I'm not sure where it was purchased from. I suspect Michael's. It could have been Yisk. It could have been IKEA. I really don't know, but I sure am happy with it. All right, so now we have the center dot. Just want to make sure we're in focus. Yes. So the center dot is all well and fine, but then we also need other lines on here. So this being a 16-inch canvas, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the edge and I'm going to paint. No, I'm not going to paint on it. I'm going to put a dot at the 8-inch point. Now I'm going to do that all the way around. And this canvas is not exactly, it's not exactly 16 inches. It's quite sure it's a metric. Yeah, it's a 40 millimeter canvas. So then that would put us at the 2, which is really darn close to the 8. Canada's been on metric since the early 70s, and a lot of us still measure in inches and yards. Old habits are hard to break. So now I'm going to go crosswise and make sure that this line touches the center dot, which is the most important thing right now. There we go. And we do the same with this side. All right. Good. Now that's as far as I'm going to go with a ruler. The rest of it is going to be compass. Sorry about the bang. That was me. Now, I like to start with quite a small center, making sure this is right on that cross point with this charcoal pencil. And I can move out a little and just continue on this way. But now what happens is my compass is pretty much maxed out. This will be the last. So what I do have, because I'm spoiled rotten and my husband loves me, I have this is an incredible gadget. It's a ruler. It's got the center point like a compass. And this is just black lead, and black will show up on the black because it'll take almost a gray center. Now this is, yeah, as I fall through the center of my canvas, it's not really marking very well, but hang on. Well, you can see it. The light will catch it. It's not ideal, and I have never been able to find different colored LEDs for this. I just want to verify that. Yeah, so it is working. It's just not showing up. Now this, I don't measure so much as just set down some lines. Doesn't mean I'm going to draw or dot on that line. There. So I hope you can see that. It's really hard to see even standing right in front of it. But I can see that I've got just this much space all around. It's really well centered. What I can do at this point is come and just find that mark and go over it really lightly with pencil, with the charcoal white pencil that I use. And then I can still see it easily once I start working on them. And of course, when you're rubbing against these lines with your hand, they tend to be a little harder to see. I think that's about there. There. Now I'll be able to go in and just draw lightly on that black line. But that is how all of my work is started. And I'm trying to think quickly here if there's anything else I wanted to cover, and I can't think of anything right this moment, but now you know how I go about setting up my guidelines before I start painting. Thanks for stopping. Bye-bye.